Max.
Hi, and I'm Denise.
And welcome back to a cold edition of Urban Lifestyles. We're actually finishing up 2017, and 2017 has been a great year.
It has, and I'm looking forward to 2018. I can't believe it's almost edging up to 2020. So it's been a great, fabulous year.
Right. So we're going to wrap up the show with a couple of features. One we're going to be talking about is a segment we did with MSD, which was talking about really celebrating what they do to give back in the community. Also, a piece we did with LG&E, which was talking about some things that you should do to make sure that you are doing the right thing with your holiday lights. And also talked with Courtney and Tyler, and they've got some ideas of some great restaurants if you happen to be in the Atlanta area, and the Rose Awards. We'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
And on location, by the auction that sold a generation. A bunch of lies and stereotypes, deception designed by the white to blast in your stereo, right? Check it, light or dark, you lose. Women and men abused, African or American, you choose. Cause one fact remains the same, that we're black and we're more than their last names. Don't believe the lie, unify.
Our approach to youth violence prevention, historical. Join the conversation and find out what Louisville Youth Voices Against Violence is doing. Visit Pride, Peace, Prevention.
Well, you know, every year, the Louisville Convention and Visitors Bureau, they celebrate people that work in the hospitality industry, and this year was no different. They have a program that they do every year. It's kind of like the Grammys, the Emmys. It's called the Rose Awards. So take a look at this piece. We're here at the 10th anniversary of the Rose Awards, and it's put on by the Louisville Convention and Visitors Bureau, and I'm here with the president and CEO, Karen Williams. Welcome to Urban Lifestyle.
Thank you. We're happy to be here and glad that you're part of our program this year.
So tell me a little bit about the event, how it got started.
Well, 26 years ago, we decided that we needed to do an event to honor the frontline employees, all the tourism staff, frontline, back of the house, wherever, to thank them for what they do. So we started it 26 years ago, and then 10 years ago it morphed into something different, which is where we are today with the Rose Awards. It's bigger, it's better, it's such a great way to, again, honor the hospitality people that normally are behind the scenes that don't get all the credit, but actually deserve all the credit for what they do in our industry.
So when you talk to some of the people that have been nominated, some of the past recipients, what's usually some of the comments that you get from them?
You know, I think because we've made it so grand, we want them to feel special because we think they're special. They're so happy to be a part of this, and I think they do their job so well. And again, it's something that it's not acknowledged throughout their job throughout the year.
I'm here with Brad Walker with the Greater Louisville Hotel Association. Welcome to Urban Lifestyle. Tell me what this event means to you.
Well, it means a lot. We always look forward to an opportunity to award and recognize our employees, and this is a great annual event. I'm here today representing the Louisville Hotel Association, who partnered with the Convention Bureau on the Spirit of Hospitality Award. So we give this once a year, and we provide a $1,000 check to somebody that most embodies the spirit of hospitality. So there's a lot of folks worthy of this, and it's a chance to recognize many, but we, the Hotel Association, are involved in one.
So tell us, for those who don't know, what's the primary function of the Hotel Association?
So Hotel Association is an advocacy group, primarily, the voice of 10,000 hotel rooms in the city of Louisville. And, we get involved in a lot of things that impact our business. So that would probably sum it up, that we are the voice, we are the advocate for things that are important to our cause.
I'm here with Linda Samuels, and you are a Rose Award finalist, transportation category.
That's right.
First of all, congratulations. Welcome to Urban Lifestyles. And what does this honor mean to you?
It's an overwhelming experience.
Okay.
And it just means to me that somebody has taken a second look at what I do in life, and it's a blessing. Thank you.
So someone who may not be familiar with what you do, tell us a little bit about your role.
Well, my role out here is to take care of our people that don't have. I'm blessed, and we try to bless others.
Okay. So this job, I'm assuming, is extremely rewarding for you.
Very rewarding, because I'm always able to reach out and touch someone.
Okay. So what did it mean to you, and were you surprised when you heard that you were being nominated?
I was very surprised. I had to step down off my bus and regroup.
Well, I'm here with Susan Sawyer, who is a sales manager for Louisville Convention and Visitors Bureau. And just talking to her, I found out that her job, it has a huge scope. So sometimes it's beyond sales, it's helping people that need help. So tell us a little bit about your story.
Okay. Well, I arrived a little early so I could find my Lions Club folks. And one of our staff members came up and said, does anybody wear a size 8.5 shoe? And I said, I do. And I showed her my shoe. She said, one of our finalists broke her shoe and is really upset and crying because she has to walk up on stage and she has a broken shoe. And so I walked over and I asked her, I said, will these work? And she said, sure. So I took my shoes off, and I think she's probably going to walk across stage with my shoes. And because of that, I've got a really nice fancy pair of Marriott slippers now to add to my collection.
And it just shows you that the job and the title, you just never know what any given day is going to be like.
That's exactly right.
So tell us a little bit about what you do with Louisville Convention and Visitors Bureau and how you see the Bureau growing as it relates to bringing more events to the city.
Okay. Well, I handle the religious, the social welfare, and the direct selling markets for the Convention and Visitors Bureau. And the folks that I've nominated as ambassadors are with the Lions Club International, which is one of our social welfare groups. They do a lot of great things for a lot of people. So that makes my job more fun and interesting because I get to work with some really good people. And I think our relationships with the people that we work with is part of why people keep coming back to Louisville. And the fact that the Convention and Visitors Bureau is part of this regrowth and rebranding of the city, with the Convention Center reopening next August, with the Omni coming online, with the beautiful renovations here at the Marriott. We're very lucky to have a product that we have to sell. So I think that helps us a lot.
Well, Susan, thanks a lot. And you know what? I hope you get your shoes back.
Thank you. Me too. Thanks.
I'm here with Jim Sublett, who is a physician here in the city of Louisville and an ambassador for the Louisville Convention and Visitors Bureau. Welcome to Urban Lifestyles. Tell me a little bit, how did you get drafted into being an ambassador?
Well, I'm an allergist. My practice is family allergy and asthma, so I'm not a native of Louisville, been here a long time, really think a lot of the city. 3 years ago, I was president of the American College of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology, and we, as part of that, I had the opportunity to suggest to look at smaller, mid-sized cities to have our meetings. We normally go to cities like San Francisco or Dallas or Houston or Atlanta. And fortunately, at the end of the day, the search committee decided to have our 2022 meeting here in Louisville.
Great. So that is excellent. So what does it mean to you personally to see something like that happen?
Well, I think we're all, having lived in Louisville for a long time, very proud of the city. I think there's a lot of activities, a lot of great museums, things to do, restaurants. And you like to show that to other people that you know from around the country. And hopefully that will lead to more visits from them and lead to more and better things for Louisville.
As you can see, it's really a neat affair. It really gives these people who are normally in the shadows behind the scenes an opportunity to be seen.
I like it, from the shadows to putting them in the spotlight.
You are correct. And we'll take a quick break and back with more of Urban Lifestyles right after this.
Southern Indiana's #1 Toyota dealer. Hey folks, just take the bridge for savings. We're offering employee pricing for everyone who walks through the door. Remember, you pay what we pay. Come see me, Rodney Carter. We're closer than you think. Just take I-65, exit 4, Lewis and Clark Parkway, across from the Green Tree Mall, or visit us on the web at JeffWallerClarksvilleToyota.com.
Magic 101.3, Kentuckiana's #1 station for R&B. Magic 101.3. Me that green light. With your permission. We're live, local, and Louisville. Magic 101.3, the home of Steve Harvey and Morning Show. We are Magic.
Got to meet with Liz Pratt with LG&E, and every year, of course, when people are putting up their Christmas lights, you have to make sure that you're being one thing, and that's careful.
Yes.
So she gave us some great tips on how to manage your lights, whether you're putting up something indoors or outdoors, just some tips that you should know about. So take a look at this. Well, it's December, and it's time for another segment with LG&E, and that segment is called Energy Matters, and of course, we're celebrating the holidays. I can't believe that the year has gotten away from us, and I'm here with Liz Pratt. Welcome back to Urban Lifestyle.
Thank you.
All right, so today we're talking about not only the holidays, we're talking about decorating, but we're also talking about holiday safety. So, of course, you've got some beautiful decorations here, and we've got some appliances and different things that we should be concerned about.
This is the time of year where you're starting to think about putting up decorations. You may be doing more cooking. So we wanted to offer viewers some tips to make sure that they're keeping safety top of mind. For instance, before you install your lights or you start hanging up a tree, make sure to check for any frayed wires or damaged cords, because you want to make sure to throw those away and not use them on your tree. So make sure to inspect all of your wires and make sure that they're in top form, good shape, before you start hanging them up on your tree.
So that's a matter of looking at each of the individual strands to make sure, because I know if people are like me, you probably take them all, you put them in a bag, you put them in a box, you pull them out, and you just replace a bad strand and don't really even look that thoroughly. So really should take the time.
Absolutely. And also take into consideration, if you're hanging lights or decorations outside, make sure that they are weatherproof.
Right.
There are certain types of lighting that is appropriate for outside use. And as you're installing outdoor decorations, make sure to do it during the daytime. This way you can make sure that if you're carrying a ladder, you're carrying it parallel to the ground. If you're near power lines, you can make sure that you do not come in contact with the power lines, or that if you're hanging lights into a tree, that the tree limbs have not grown too close to the power lines. So you really want to make sure you hang up your decorations and you're using appropriate decorations outside and hang them up during the day.
Right. So that because of the change of seasons, this means you don't run home at 5:30 and try to get your lights up in a half an hour, because it's not going to happen. You need to wait till Saturday and Sunday after church in order to get these things done. So what are some other things that you have here?
So other things that we have here are just some things to take into consideration. With additional lighting and decorations, you may be considering extension cords.
Okay.
So for an extension cord, make sure that it is not covered by carpeting or other materials.
Okay.
It's not near flammable materials or located in access ways where people might be walking in high traffic areas, because you want to make sure that they don't inadvertently become damaged or create a fire hazard.
So how important are surge protectors? And I have a very fancy one here in my hand.
Absolutely. So you do not want to overload your outlets.
Okay.
So make sure you're using the appropriate devices to make sure you're remaining safe and you're using your electricity the correct way.
Okay. Some other things that you have here, you have also space heaters. And I know that I've heard horror stories concerning space heaters.
Yeah.
Is there like a life expectancy for things like space heaters, or is this one, how do we know when it's time to let this great one go and move on to the next generation?
Really, you want to make sure to, read the manufacturer's recommendations. It may provide that information because each one will be a little bit different, but check your appliances. Make sure you inspect them, because this is a type of device that you may only get out once the temperatures start dipping during the winter months. So before you start using it, make sure to look it over, check it, and also look for if the cord is feeling hot to the touch. Make sure to replace it.
And then the last thing, everybody's getting crock pots out. It's that time of the year. You're doing grandma's and mom's recipes and crock pots. We put them on, we say you can just put it on and walk away. Probably not a good idea.
Well, the great thing about our crock pot is it actually uses less energy than your conventional oven.
Okay.
But to your point, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to any appliance that's plugged in. But also, there are some great ways and some great recipes out there where you can take advantage of a crock pot rather than using your conventional oven, which will also save a little bit of electricity.
And at the end of the day, that's what we're looking at. And I guess something else that we should take away from this segment is that there are certain things that we need to do for outside, certain things that we need to do in terms of inside of the house.
Absolutely. So make sure you're paying attention to manufacturer's recommendations. You're reading the packaging to make sure you're appropriately using indoor or exterior lighting or decorations. And also just make sure to inspect your electric devices before plugging them in to look for any frayed or damaged wiring.
And so if anybody has any questions about anything else that's going on with LG&E, how do they get in touch?
You can visit lge-ku.com/safety for more safety tips and information to use around the holidays, or also call us at 502-589-1444.
Liz, always a pleasure catching up with you, and I think this is a great way to end the year, wrapping it up with you, and happy holidays.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
So as you can see, as always, there's some very vital information coming from LG&E.
Indeed. Just take note and exercise with caution and just be compliant to these rules and knowledge, and you'll stay safe.
Right, and that's something I have a little difficulty with.
I know.
I try. But when it comes to electricity, I do try to be a little bit more compliant. So what is something that we're always looking for?
We are still always looking for those new show ideas.
That's right. So if you've got a great show idea, be sure to go to our website at www.urbanlifestyles.net, and that's lifestyles with the Z. And if we happen to use your show idea, you can win a free oil change from Jeff Weiler Toyota. And of course, if you're in the mood for a new or a pre-owned vehicle, go by and see Rodney Carter and tell him that Urban Lifestyle sent you.
My name is Laurentina Smith. I've been with Louisville Water Company for 18 years. Right now, I'm a lead operator apprentice, and what that is, I do operate as an operator when my relief is gone on vacation or is not here. You know, I step up as a lead operator because I do have my license. Well, we take care of making sure everybody has clean, fresh water, safe water when they turn on their tap, basically. And what we do is make sure everything runs smooth here. We pump the water up from the river and bring it up here and treat it, and it goes out to the customers. Sometimes it can be nerve-wracking. It's scary because, you know, not only we take care of make sure the customers have water, that's our family too. So you don't want anybody to, you know, get sick over what you know, producing. So what we do is try to make sure that we send out fresh, clean drinking water, because it's a career type job. And you're learning stuff every day. I like the fact that every day it's never the same. When you come in every day, it could be something different. And I like learning. I like being at the plant. I love being up here and experiencing different things and not being out doing the same thing every day. Every day when I come here, it could be something different. And I love the fact of being able to do that. And when I step up, that's important. And I love it. My family likes that I have this job. My father would have been proud of me. He's not here now, but he used to bring me up here all the time when I was a little girl. I have family members that come in from Alabama, Georgia. They love our water. They do. Yeah. Okay. They wish they could bottle it up and take it with them. Pure Tap, the best in the nation. Louisville Pure Tap.
'Tis the season to shop at GQ Unlimited and make all your guys' dreams come true this holiday season. GQ for the city's largest selection of slim-cut suits by Sean John, Perry Ellis, and more. Accessorized with shoes by Stacey Adams and hats by Dobbs and Stetson. GQ for a wide selection of designer socks, sports coats, slacks, and sweaters. GQ, where the well-dressed man shops and shops and shops.
Links in description.
Louisville's B96.5 is DJ Q, and you know what? Around the holiday season, I like to spend my time with my family. We watch a lot of movies, and you know, we just sit around and crack jokes on each other. And this holiday season, I just want to say from me to you, you know, I hope you enjoy your time and spend it with your family. You know, what's more important than spending time with your family? It's DJ Q, Louisville's B96.5. Happy holidays this Thanksgiving and Christmas season.
I'm Natasha Collins. My Thanksgiving tradition would be spending big Thanksgivings at my grandma's. My mom's mom would always host the entire family, and that was the best time ever. We'd always be with all of our cousins, and so it would usually, in addition to everything that Thanksgiving entails, the turkey, the stuffing, usually involve some of my grandma's cake, usually pound cake, sometimes some other cake, but one of the things that she would always make was pistachio pudding, and I would look at it and I was like, this looks disgusting. It was green and Cool Whippy, and then I tasted it and it was sweet deliciousness. So probably pistachio pudding and just quality time with the family. Rest in peace, Grandma, but love the tradition that she left behind for us.
Hey, Urban Lifestyles, it's Juan Hustle of the Afternoon Rush, B96.5. This holiday season, I'm most thankful to have healthy children. My family's healthy, everybody's strong, everybody's doing what they love, and I'm just looking forward to the food and seeing the kids of the family open up them gifts on Christmas morning and spending time with my family around Thanksgiving. From my family and the team here at B96.5, happy holidays.
My favorite holiday, if you could tell, I do have on my Christmas tie, is Christmas. Ever since I was a little boy, I just remember preparing and getting ready for Christmas holiday, growing up on a farm and having a big family get together on Christmas Eve. And that includes my immediate family, all my brothers and my sisters and my cousins and aunts and uncles. And we would celebrate with a meal on Christmas Eve. And then we would all go to midnight mass on Christmas Eve, and we would come back and then sing carols. I love Christmas music, and I love the true meaning of Christmas. And I like participating in making sure that all the little children are happy and they understand the true meaning of Christmas.
Well, you know, we did this segment with MSD, and it's really talking about their Giving Back campaign and just kind of really showing what they do out in the community. So take a look at this piece. Well, I am here with MSD, and of course, we have come a long way together. We started back last January, and we're ending up the year with Tony Parrott, who is the CEO of MSD. Welcome back to Urban Lifestyle.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So one thing that we've been doing throughout the year is doing different segments that letting us know just what MSD means to this community and how you all are making a difference. Now today what we're talking about is something of a celebration because you're celebrating some of the partnerships that you have and the ways that the different employees are giving back. So can you share a little bit more detail about what's going on?
Well, today is sort of the end of our campaign we call MSD Cares. Every year we do a campaign that allows our employees to donate money out of their own pocket to support various groups throughout Jefferson County, which would be the United Way, the Arts Fund, the Wednesday's Child Program, the Water Step organization, and also the YMCA. So there's a lot of different organizations that our employees support, and every year we do a fundraiser so that we can distribute that to the various entities that we support.
And just going inside, of course, we'll be back inside shortly, but looks like the employees are also having some fun today. I'm seeing food, I'm seeing people singing, there are games, but it's kind of an opportunity to kind of unwind and also fellowship.
Yeah, it is. It's an opportunity for the employees to give back, but it's also an opportunity for them to showcase their talents and try to raise money for the various organizations that we support.
What do you think some of the comments I would get?
I think they would say that it's refreshing. It's very it's sort of an opportunity to build camaraderie and collaboration within the organization, but showing compassion for those that need, particularly around the holidays where we have so many folks that need. And so our employees have big hearts, and so I think that's some of the stuff you hear from our staff.
Well, you can hear by all the background noise that people are having a lot of fun, and we're here with the employees of MSD, and they're just having a great time. I'm here with Renee Thomas, who is the Director of Procurement for MSD, and welcome back to Urban Lifestyles. You've put on a great event, so tell us about it.
This is our annual MSD Cares campaign. We support a couple of different charities, which is the Metro United Way, Fund for the Arts, Wednesday's Child, and the Louisville Water Foundation and the organizations that are up under it, which is Water Step, Water for the People, and Engineers Without Borders. So this is our grand finale event.
Okay.
This is our last push for our donations for the contributions for those different organizations.
So all the things that I see going on, it looks like the games and the food, how does that work and how does this give back to those charities that you mentioned?
This is actually a party with a purpose.
Okay.
The purpose here is to our final push for employees to fill out their contribution forms for next year. So we've been pushing that. We've been getting a lot of people to sign up, and we've been having campaigns along the way, but this is our last stitch effort to try to get those numbers up. We also have silent auction items that we have laid out here for the employees to bid on. And all of those funds go to the MSD Cares.
And it seems like your employees are also having some fun because I see them up on stage and a lot of them are singing and poetry and a lot of different things. So how does that all come about and who coordinates that?
Well, actually, I am the chair this year, and then I also have a co-chair, Sandra Gibson, who planned the MSD Got Talent. So it's just an opportunity for the employees to get up, showcase their talent to the other employees, and we were finding out things about people we didn't even know today. So we just thought we'd make it fun. It's our appreciation to the employees. MSD last year raised over $100,000, and we're hoping to raise that amount again this year. And if it takes us to do a little something fun, to get everybody together, to get that last stitch effort, that's what we've done here today.
So it looks like you all are coming together as like one big happy family, and it's perfect timing because it's around the holidays.
Yes, absolutely.
So you can see the employees, they sing, they dance, they do a lot of different things, and they just really have a great time.
That's great. I'm just glad to acknowledge. I love the idea of acknowledging especially those who do great things.
Yeah, you are correct. And speaking of great things, talk about great eats, and Tyler and Courtney looked at some great places to eat when you were down in
visit in Atlanta, because sometimes you don't know where to go, and you can ask people their experiences, so this is firsthand information.
Now, if you're in Atlanta and you're not totally into being a vegan, which is fine, no judgment, I have you covered for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if you come here for the weekend. So we're going to start off with breakfast. I love little quaint, quiet places, and I'm going to recommend to you Homegrown, that's right in East Atlanta, right off the I-20 exit. It's cute, it's quaint, you go in, great food, the service is fast, and you know what? It really is homegrown food. Now for lunch, if you want to see a little bit of a visual, a little bit of people watching, I say go over to Ponce City Market. Think of Chelsea Pier from New York placed into the city center of Atlanta, and you've got shopping, you've got restaurants, you even have a theme park on the rooftop and a green space. So Ponce City Market for lunch, you can get everything done there from every genre and type of food. And then for dinner, I like a little something called Oku. It's one of the best rooftops in Atlanta. It's right in the Highlands area. It's sushi, it's tapas, it's rooftop, and it's Atlanta, so you know the weather is pretty much gonna be great. Now, if you really want to stay up late after dinner, go ahead and go across the street to Little Trouble. It's a perfect place to take pictures, it's a perfect place to hashtag, and it's a perfect place to say, been there, did that, I went to Little Trouble in Atlanta. And that's your whole night, from morning to evening to late night here in Atlanta.
It has been 9 years, and starting in January, we'll be going into our 10th year of urban lifestyle.
A whole decade of urban lifestyles. Isn't that America? That's a blessing.
That is. So a big thanks to all of our sponsors. And you know what?
And to the viewers.
And the viewers, because we couldn't do it without both of you. Yeah. So you know what? I think that's our time.
And that's I'll let you do my part.
And that's our show?
Yes.
And we'll see you back here in 2018 on Urban Lifestyle.
I just want to make you think you was doing something.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.